This is what not to do in Forex trading. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Michael Turner, and today we're doing a full, complete beginner guide on how to trade Forex. Now, I wanted to start by saying thank you so much for all the support I've been getting on my two videos I just brought out. I brought out a short and I brought out a long form content. If you haven't seen those, I'm going to put them in the information right here so you can check them out. I just want to say thank you. I've been getting all these supports and comments, and it really means a lot to me, and I hope I can do you right and I can teach you the right way and hopefully go on from there. So what we want to talk about today is Forex trading. Now, you may have heard about it, trading this, trading that, trading this. Forex trading is different currencies. So we're trading how the US dollar would go against the Japanese dollar, for example. Or we could do the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Doesn't have to just be US. The one thing we want to talk about is no matter where you are in the world, and this is why I love Forex so much, is no matter where you are in the world, there's 4 different time zones for sessions. Now, sessions come as their peak hour where trading is going the most up and down, moving the most average, and where you can normally find where your trades will be. So what's really important is there's 4 different sessions that you can trade, and it makes it very easy for people all around the world to trade. So of course, the 4 sessions we have is of course the big one, which is the London Open, which is one of the major markets, and we'll explain why. We also have the New York Open. You all should know the New York Open. You see it down in Wall Street, all that sort of stuff. We have the Asia Open, and we also have the Australian Open. They're the 4 sessions trading the most. So one thing I really wanted to get across and make sure you understand, because this took me a bit of time and I didn't understand because no one taught me the right way, but the difference between a stock and Forex trading. They're 2 different things and it doesn't get explained. A stock, they normally trade on the NASDAQ 100, which is America, and they also have E-mini futures, a bunch of different titles that they have where you can trade different stocks, compared to Forex, which trades currencies. Now, we will get over it, but most brokers tend to choose. You can have a couple of brokers that do both, and a lot of them do both. But I did get caught one time, and I will explain to you how you can get past that. Now, on the topic of brokers, I wanted to get over to my laptop, so let's hop over there now. Okay, now the first one I want to talk about is Forex.com here. Now, these are the only ones that I know in America. I know there are a couple, so don't grill me in there. But this is the only one I've heard from my community and different people I've heard to be the most trusted one is Forex.com. So you might be asking, Michael, I keep hearing you say regulated, unregulated. What does that mean? Well, with the regulated broker, which is your trading platform, a broker is a trading platform. A regulated broker is someone that is approved by the government. An unregulated broker is someone that maybe it might be all right, but like as we've seen 50-50, they normally have their offshore accounts where they're in the Caribbean, maybe getting away from those tax dollars, but they are not approved by the government. So a lot of unregulated brokers will have better offers, better offers to give you because they can get away with more things. Now, how do you want to take that? That's totally up to you. If you find an unregulated broker, and I know I'll probably get grilled in the comments, oh man, you should hear about this broker, you should hear about that one. They have this many options. It's just, I want the safety, and if I'm going to spread it to my audience and I have that responsibility I have to give across, I want my guys always on the safe side. So I'm only talking about regulated brokers here because I want everyone approved. So, as we got Forex here. Now you can search them up. You can see on Trustpilot here, they have a 4.6 rating. Pretty good. You can check out their reviews. They have 743 reviews. They're celebrating 100 years of StoneX, which is perfect. Now, you're asking, Michael, thanks. Okay, awesome. The Americans get it. They get it. So they get what they get. But what about international? What if I'm outside the US? And I got one straight for you. And it's actually the one I personally use. And that is over here for my Aussies, anyone like that internationally. I see markets global. They're regulated in Australia, which is great for me because I'm from Australia. And they're regulated in a lot of other countries. I would like to say I know all the countries they're regulated in, but honestly, that's something where you're going to have to do your research. Come in here, check it, or even Google search, hey, what's the regulated broker IC markets? What countries are they regulated in? And it'll probably pop up. Now, IC markets has always been best for me, and they have a great platform there. And then once you start really getting good at trading, you can actually make it up to a 1 in 500 leverage. I could imagine you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Michael, you're bringing out all these words. Leverage. What is leverage? Of course, we're going to speak about leverage. Now, leverage is how you use your trade, whether that be a 1 in 1 leverage or a 1 in 30 leverage. It can even go all the way up to 1 in 500. You're like, okay, what does that mean though? So basically, if a stock here, let's say stocks for example, the stock is $300 and you only have $100 to trade with. You can't buy that stock, right? No, you can buy that stock. You can buy a portion of that stock, and that's what your brokers allow you to do. Now, the main thing to know is more leverage is more risk. Now say it with me. More leverage is more risk. We have to get this into our heads, because I've seen people blow it up and be like, oh my gosh, I can make 10 grand if I just do this one trade leveraging 500, 1 in 500 on my trade. So what that means is, what he's saying is he could have, for example, $50 and leverage it, and he could be doing a $10,000 trade. Anything like that. Don't correct me on those numbers. I know you'll grill me in the comments of proper leverage numbers. But you get what I mean. It basically multiplies your trade. Now, yes, he could win 10 grand. What else could he do? He could lose 2 grand. 2 grand? He could, I wish. He can lose 10 grand. And we do not want that, you know, because then you're starting scratch zero. So what do I say to you? And how I go about it is, yes, it's a slow road, but it's a successful road if you slowly build up your fundamentals, listen to other people, and not rush into it. Now, you're probably wondering, do you just use IC markets to check the markets? Or do you just use forex.com to check the markets? Surprisingly not. You'll actually be surprised that a lot of people use, and I'm going to go over it to it now, is TradingView. It says here, join for free. I've already got an account, but let's do it. So you would sign up with your Google or Facebook or your Apple, anything like that, even your X now or Twitter, whatever we call it. Okay, we're back here now. I was having difficulties because I realized, hey Michael, you're not signed in, so how do we know you're going? So yes, you will need to create an account to have multiple currencies, and I will show you mine. We will whip it up here. Boom. You can see a bunch of them there. So if we want to go to, let's do, what are we going to do here? Let's do NZ to JPY. Okay, so we have the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. Now, we can see here how the market is, and you're probably wondering, what's all this stuff on the left here? So you can see that there, all these are different tools. And I am going to be running through that with you, and I'm going to have extensive video because I feel like that in itself will take a whole hour. I just want to get you a beginner guide, just getting your steps in there, seeing how you're going. Now, one thing I do want to talk about, and is really important, is alerts. Now, you're thinking, Michael, am I going to have to be sitting at my laptop for like 3 hours watching these stupid little symbols go up and down, up and down? No, you're not at all. I don't even do that. A lot of the times, what I do is, this will depend on the premium membership you can get if you want. Mind you, TradingView is for free, and they do give you indicators. I think they give you 5 alerts and 1 personal alert that I'll go over. And when you get premium, you can add more and more. I had the free one. I've been using it for a year. I don't need to be selfish with it. I don't need my phone going off ding, 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 ding all the time. So what happens is, like I was saying, is alerts. So if we click here, just under our page that we had, we click alerts. We can see I had one for USD, JPY. Now I can't show you that because that's one of my strategies, and that'll be in the future video. But if I wanted to, I could set here. You can see my little mouse here. We can go across, and you see this plus sign right there? We can click that, And let's just say, oh, she's dropping down. Add an alert. We put an alert, a sign pops up. Then let's see if it drops down. Fingers crossed. Come on. Make us some money. Boom. You hear that? Boom. On my phone as well. That loud ding. That means your alert has gone off and it will let you know. And you can see across here it said stopped and triggered at January 9th when I recorded this. So it'll probably come out January 10th. So that's your alerts there. That's how you check your Forex currencies and see how they work. Now let's move over to something I got caught up with and I don't want you to get caught up with. Okay, let's hop over to the screen. So as you can see here, we have NinjaTrader, one of the big brokers we have there. And this is where basically this video should be called Don't Do What Michael Did because he f***ed up. So no one told me the difference between stocks and Forex and which ones you can trade and which ones you can't on different brokers. And it took me about maybe 2 days to figure this out. I know you're probably looking in there smacking your heads like, Michael, come on, even I knew that. Or like people were like, what are you talking about? NinjaTrader is a great platform. A lot of people use it and a lot of YouTubers are sponsored by it and they talk about it. Don't get me wrong, but they do not trade Forex. I repeat, they don't trade Forex. So if you're going to be trading like I trade, do not get NinjaTrader. No matter how many YouTubers like, get it, it's the best. Sign up with my code here and my discount. No, please. I tried NinjaTrader. I even put money in it. I put $30 in because I needed to be funded to start. And I realized as soon as I got in there, there's no Forex. And I was already joining their community all in Forex. And they're like, why are you using NinjaTrader? I tried all the communities and messaged. No one knew if they could or couldn't. So I'm here to save you from that and say, if you're going to do Forex, don't use it. If you're going to do anything else, go ahead, use it. It's great. Okay, also I wanted to add, and I didn't add this for our brokers, is also we have MetaTrader 5. Now everyone, I mean everyone that I've seen uses MetaTrader 5, and that's probably the program you see on most of your influencers and YouTubers. It is great. I love it. I love seeing it, but it's just not for me. I started on IC Markets, which is also classed as CTrader, because CTrader is the program that's used with IC Markets. So let's go over that. You're like, what? What is he talking about? So MetaTrader 5 can be done by itself, but MetaTrader 5 can also be connected to different brokers. And with different brokers, you have different opportunities. So let's say, for example, you have, let's talk about gaming. You have Xbox and you have PlayStation. But you can play all different games on that PlayStation and all different games on that Xbox. It's the exact same with this. CTrader and MetaTrader are programs that can be used. So like an Xbox and a PlayStation. And the games under them are their different brokers. Every game has different limits and every game has many possibilities. So you want to choose which game works with which console that you use. Hopefully that works for you. But yes, so that's how we go about that. So that is my full guide for how to get set up and just the baby steps. I want to teach you how to trade and also how to make a trade or go about your trades like that. But I feel like that needs to be its own video, its whole own video. I just wanted to get you having opened a website or a tab of just different things to start playing around with, because you don't need to start trading straight away, guys. You can practice, get comfortable with the programs you see, and we will have another full guide. But for today, I hope you had a great time. I will bring more info, and anything you want to learn about, please drop it in the comments below. And of course, like every YouTuber says, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next week.